Well, I think leaders in every profession can learn from sport. Sport is about teamwork. You know, in anything that you're doing, you're dealing with people, and whether it be a church, a parish. You're trying to make that parish a team. How can all of us together be one? That's what a sporting team does. That's what you should do on any team, because one of us can't do all the things that all of us can do together. I would think that God put us on this planet not to be singular individuals. Well, I think there is some parallel in what it takes to be an outstanding athlete and or an outstanding team and an outstanding Christian leader, in that you have to have discipline. You know, you're going to have weak moments and you're going to have pressure moments. Your limits are going to be tested. You're going to be put in positions where you can fail. And you will fail sometimes. You will lose. No one wins all the time. You're going to be tested. What do you do with your tests? For me, growing up in the Catholic Church, and again, I think that can happen in any church. I think there are many different paths to God. And but what growing up in Catholic schools, St. Helens Parish, St. Helens School, Grammar School, Weber High School, these things they gave me structure. They gave me the ability to learn right and wrong, what was right and what's wrong, and that I was part of something that was bigger than me. I can still sing the song that I goof around with my 3 daughters who are now married, and I'm going to have 6 grandchildren, and you know, I can remember a song that we sang as kids, and an army of youth fighting the standards of truth. We're fighting for Christ the Lord. And I could go on, and my daughter would say, where did that come? I said, well, because there was repetition, and the repetition of going to church. And then while you were there, you absorbed, and you carried it on. And so I think I was really lucky. And, you know, how did that happen? Is because I was born to William and Emily Krzyzewski, who made sure that I had a good structure faith-wise when I was a little kid. Well, my mom instilled not just faith, but how to live a good life. Like, first of all, be honest, be truthful. You go to church. You're going to have your first communion. You're going to be confirmed. I mean, she made sure that I touched the steps. But then watching her on a daily basis of being ethical, of being able to give when we didn't have a lot to give. I mean, there's always something in our envelope that you gave on Sunday, and I would be able to do that. I would take that and give it in church. And so I knew we didn't have a whole bunch, but she was still able to give. And I admired that. I admired her work ethic and her honesty. Well, I carry her rosary to every time we have a game. And it's just a way, it's not a good luck charm. You know, I don't expect to win because I have the rosary. But it's a way of having my mom there with me. When my mom was alive, I would call her immediately after a game. In between talking to my team and going to the press, I would call my mom. And my mom would have a ledger, I have it in my home, where she would write down every score. And she would have it, and she said, how did we won? Or when we were on TV, then she said she would know that, although she wouldn't necessarily watch the game. because she would get nervous. And so it was my way of, even though she couldn't write down the score, since then, of having her a part of that. I mean, I can still remember her phone number. So it's just something personal that makes me feel good, and so I'm going to continue to do it. But it's not for good luck. It's not a, I would never use anything in a religious context for luck or expect that that would make me better or more worthy of winning than my opponent. Just give me strength to do my best.